You're probably wondering why this segment is entitled Crabs in a Bucket. Well, I'm about to teach you something that's pretty profound when it comes to human behavior. Why people do what they do. And I like to explain it with this particular example. I don't know if any of you have seen this example before or not. I refer to it as the crabs in the bucket. And there's a reason why I use this example, as you'll see. I don't know if any of you have ever seen this before, and I've seen it live once. Fishermen who capture crabs, they put them in buckets, okay? And they don't put lids on top because you know why? They know they're not going to get out, but it's not for lack of trying. What they do is after they put them in there and the bucket drops, they're kind of smashed down a little bit. But then after they kind of get over the shock, then all of a sudden they'll start climbing and poking each other and trying to get up on top of each other, and you'll see the pile just grow. Well, once they get up so high, one of the crabs will go and grab onto the lip of the bucket and go to pull themselves up. Guess what the other crabs do? They reach up, grab the crab, and pull him back down in. Stop for a moment and think about that. Does that happen with you? Think of the last time you thought, you know what? I want to do something different. I'm tired of being in this position that I'm in. I want to go to college. I want to go do something different. I want to go take some classes. I want to change jobs. What happens with your friends? And sometimes, sadly, even family? What do they start doing? Do they start saying things like, you can't do that. You've never been in that field before. There's no way you can do that. And who do you think you are that you can go and make that kind of money? Have you heard stuff like that? Well, in a sense, what are they doing? They're pulling you down. Well, why would they do that? Why wouldn't they get behind you and say, hey, that's great? I mean, all of us would like that, right? But let me show you why this happens. And it probably won't be what you're thinking, okay? Like, let's look at this example right here. Take this dot here that says you in the middle, and then we'll take this other one over here that says your friend. And that can, like I say, be a family member, close colleague, it can be a spouse. And here you are over here, and as long as everything is going good, we'll say, as long as you're getting along and you believe in the same things and everything just seems to be clicking, it's going to just kind of remain as it is. But the one day that you go, you know what, I'm tired of being here. I'm going to take off and I'm going to do something else. Well, this person over here, your friend or whoever it may be, is going to have some feelings. Count on it. Okay? And what they're going to do is just naturally see that you're going someplace or that you're wanting to take off and do this other thing. And what do? They want to bring you back down because they want the relationship back where it was. All right? So what do you do in this position? Okay, know that it's going to happen up front. This takes away the scary movie part. You know it's going to happen. As a matter of fact, when you see it happening, here's what I'd like you to do. I'd like you to pause for a minute and smile and say, Brad told me this was going to happen. And just laugh at it. Okay, but this does give you a moment. There's some good things that can occur by going through this process, rather. And so once that person gives you the resistance, is what I call it, stop for a minute and ask yourself. Check inside, check with your heart and say, is this something I really want to do? And if the answer is yes, I encourage you to double down and go for it anyway. Okay? So this person over here may give you the resistance and try to pull you down. Take the time to go to them and say, hey, why in the world are you doing this to me? Why don't we work together? Why can't you support me? I'll support you in what it is that you want to do. And then see if you can work together. Because if you can do that, that's awesome. However, and this is something that I can promise you right now will happen because I see it over and over and over again. Okay? If you decide that you still want this thing, there might be some times where you're just going to have to say, you know what, friend, just go on pause for a minute. I'm going to do this anyway. As soon as you attain that goal or reach that destination that you're looking for, this person over here, they will come back to you and they'll say something like, oh, I knew you could do it. I've been there with you all the time. Oh, I just had a feeling that you could do it. And I I've been there for you in the background. You just didn't know it. Has that happened to you? More than likely it has. Well, again, opening your eyes to what's going to happen. That's how we get past the scary movie. It also takes the fear out of it. But I always want you to check in and make sure it's the thing that you really want to do. So go for it. And then understand this next thing here that you're going to see. Okay, and that is you don't have the ability to change what other people do. However, you do have the ability to change how you react to what other people do. And that is where your power is. And I know you've heard this probably in some way, shape, or form at some point in your life, but it's true. By you changing your attitude or changing how you react, that changes everything. Because what you're going to find is once you go and obtain the thing that you want, you're going to be an inspiration to others, and they're going to want to follow in your footsteps, or they're going to want to do something that they love to do, and they're going to ask you for your help. And that's when it gets rewarding. That's when you find true friendships, people who are there for you, and they want to help you to get the things that you want in life. And don't be mad at your friends for doing this. This is a natural human tendency. And it's not about doing damage to you or doing harm to you or wanting to be mean to you. The truth of the matter is they don't want to be left behind. Okay? And so why do they do what they do? They want the relationship back where it was. So that's their way of doing it. Instead of doing what it takes to succeed, it's just easier to pull you down and get the relationship back where it was. So keep that in mind as you're out there going after these people relationships. All right? This is going to happen. Again, no more scary movie. Embrace it. Notice it. Have fun with it. For this is something that's really going to help you in your life.